I mean, I will say, I think this draft is fairly, balanced. I wouldn't say there's like a major advantage for either team. But I do think that Blacklist, they've shown that they are slightly stronger in the early game, especially. So we're gonna have to see. I think what's gonna happen in the mid lane and the top lane is gonna decide a lot this game, because I think this Morphling is gonna free farm no matter what.
He's definitely going to have a good time. That's one of the matchups that he actually like versus the Razor. There's not many of those. I think one of the more common ones was even Drow, but that hero has kind of been put on the back burner in the current patch. So this definitely works out. And with the nuke potential, it's honestly okay, right? You have mixed damage versus the Wyvern. That's always something that you want, because as soon as that Cold Embrace comes out, you better have something to dump, or else they'll just come back basically full health. They're just painting around here. I imagine we're going to see a split for runes. I don't think either of these guys have a ton of level 1 pressure they really want to exert before they get to the laning stage.
Gabby potentially going for the steal here, but yeah, he chooses not to. He doesn't have enough information, of course.
There we go. So just a split 2 for 2 on the runes. And since we did have a maybe not as much of a swap, just utilizing that flex, it's going to be double melee in the offlane for LGD, Pango and the Tiny, going up against the Morphling. I wonder, is this something that's too much for them to handle? You do have a Clockwork here that could maybe even lock up the Tiny. Is that too much nuke damage, or will LGD be fine?
I mean, they're definitely going to be okay, like they can potentially pull a wave or two if they need it, or just, do some toss shenanigans, but I think the main concern is that you're not going to touch this Morphling too much, He's already playing super aggressively here, anticipating the wave pull from UIW.
Yeah.
So, Pango is definitely going to have his game sorted, but Morphling will be free farming.
Oh, that's so sad. Is he going to take the full battery assault? Oh, okay. Januel.
Oh, blood grenade on the big
he's trying. Oh, does he get it? He might get the range creep. Oh, he will. Oh, he's going to make BYW decide, do you just want to lose this range creep for free? And that is one of the best things you can do with a blood grenade. I mean, I know kills are cool, but really ruining this pull. And now forcing New as well to take so much damage to this. Does end up getting that range creep, but Januel, a ton of damage with the battery assaults and really freeing up the lane a little bit still for his Morphling. Well done.
Yeah, really heads up play there. That's not every day you see a blood grenade to aggro a neutral camp.
Right.
Maybe that's smart. The new meta. You start stacking with it or something.
That might actually end up happening. But, we don't have like the triangle with 3 camps to stack anymore. If that were still the case, I think surely we'd see some people rock out some blood grenades for that. Man, so far CS in the mid lane is going really well. Look at that, doubling up right now on the Razor. And again, like this SF typically is pretty good into stuff like this. You have mixed damage versus someone who takes away your attack damage, so it should be fine. But feeling a little bit of the pressure right now. I'm sure it'll still get better though as you get more souls for Abed.
Yeah, definitely really, really good start for Echoes here. I think the key thing for SF in this matchup is that you actually have to keep the pressure up on the Razor. You can't just let him, walk on top of your cliff, getting a full static link, You kind of need to try to keep him low pretty much all the time, because otherwise you can be in kill range, or, a full link is going to lose you a full wave pretty much. So
that's fair. Looks like he does have the bottle on the way now, so that should help him out a little bit. Up here, this hero, I know that the Wyvern isn't really in the meta at the moment, but it's so annoying to play against every time I have it. That Arctic Burn really does do a lot of damage. I can feel every time that it's up. Oh boy, they're on him. He needs to get a few raises off. He gets a long raise off on PYW setup. If he gets too close, maybe he can get the triple, but they're just gonna walk him under the tower. No TPs, you're on your own, friend. Abed trying to dance through the trees. Another raise. Echo will fall or get the kill, and Abed, yeah, he goes down. Januel looks like he will get the XP from the kill on the tower, so I guess all in all, they get the resources back, but well done on the dive to get first blood there for the Razor.
Yeah, really good job. This is why we see PYW playing these melees all the time, right? He's using the Tiny perfectly. With the new fast crash landing, you get slow when you toss the Razor on top of the SF, so easy kill. Unfortunately, Januel was a little bit late on the TP there. It could have potentially saved them or turned it around, but nonetheless, he gets the XP, so all in all, not the end of the world. Definitely a great start for Echoes, though.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, if I'm a support and I look at that, as soon as I saw that toss, I was like, oh, he's just like super dead. I didn't think that Abed could actually get behind the tower, given how that started.
Yeah, fair. And the top lane actually going incredibly well for Blacklist right now. He's almost he's 11 denies, almost the same as Alchemist's last hits at this point.
I honestly thought that could turn around for them, where they really have some like amped pressure, but instead, oh, maybe this is the pressure that we need. He does manage to get out of the acid spray before the stun hits, so they can't really all in on him. But yeah, you know, it was just the 2 bracers. We talked about him. Maybe he needs some extra armor. He really hasn't needed it. With all the CS that he's getting, it'll get hard for the Alc. I mean, I know it's like your jungle hero, right? Like, oh no, an Alchemist has to go and hit creeps at 7 minutes, but you don't want to be put in that position if you don't have to. Alcs, as of late, have actually been able to stay in the lane almost up to all the way to 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially since you got this new fast that gives you a bonus gold, right? You definitely don't want to be like forced into the jungle too early. So definitely a little bit concerning for LGD right now.
Nice D ward. They had a ward that I think saw that ward get placed. So well done there for PYW, controlling the mid lane really well for his mid laner.
Yeah, really good job. I think, you know, getting this Z ward right as we're about to hit nighttime is gonna make mid lane so much scarier for Abed now. And you know, as you can see, PYW, he's not trying to put any pressure on bottom lane, pretty much. He's just trying to put his attention around the mid, which is definitely the right choice, seeing as they can't pressure this Morphling, and, you know, snowballing the Razor into the SF is definitely the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, we talk about safe lanes, but this Pangolier does have 2 ways to nuke the lane. So even if it does get too hard for him, even if he can't stand against the Morphling, he will just have a way to always clear and walk away. But it seems like so far they haven't actually needed it. He's just able to stand, get his CS for now. The shield crash ability is pretty good.
I'll take it off on PYW.
Tim should fall here in the acid spray, in the stun. Shiro will get that last hit, so well done for him. Keeping him in the lane, getting himself some of that extra gold as well, right before Lotus comes up as well.
Daniel also getting top, but this means that Blacklist are actually they're gonna get to him. Yeah, funny exchange there.
No, good for them. And yeah, they do get the illusion rune now on Abed. Not the greatest one for an SF so early versus the Razor, but you know, still good enough. Oh, why? Yeah. Does have the heal for himself here, but the battery assault doesn't care. They will end up getting the kill there. Tim's to pick it up. And so far, you know, even trading on the kills. Lanes seem like they're going about even, but just a slight advantage over towards LGD so far.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this is where we're going to see, you know, this bot lane is turning into a complete 1v1. And we're probably going to see a lot of action around the middle and top lane at this point. PYW thinking about stealing the boundary rune, but decides against it.
I love that graphic. It shows like the allied bottle refills. It's like they won, but did you see how much help they needed? So far, none of them. Neither of them have gotten a refill from their friends. So it's a gentleman's mid lane at the moment. Just a pure 1v1, except for the kill. That was not a 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, some games, you know, there's constant brawling on the side lanes. This game, it's not so much, right? Therefore, there's not really many depths on the supports and bottle refills. You see, basically, both side lanes at this point are kind of just farming, right?
Yeah, which you got an Alchemist on one side. I feel you've let this go too far. He's already at 4K net. It was looking a little bit hard. He was getting pressure, but after the kill that they already had, it's gotten much easier for the Alchemist to play this lane. And well, they sent PYW into it. Since we know they didn't need much help bottom, he's coming up instead. They are going to TP in on the Pango, but he's already gone. The double edge doing so much damage. The 2-2-1 build for Gabby really working out there, getting the tiny and really opening this up for himself.
Yeah, LGD, they look like they want to kind of change their laning setup and potentially putting Tiny, you know, as the replacement core in the top lane. You know, obviously he just went down. Now they're going to try to use the roll for the first time.
No, they are. He was already up here for the TP. Looks like they are going to run away. There it is with the Centaur, but I think he's still locked in. Yeah, too much slow, trying to dance around it. Almost had it, to be honest, but still, kill going to New. Well done on LGD, bringing the rotation up, and once again letting Alc just farm this lane for himself.
Yeah, very good job. You know, Neo realizing he has his ulti, he wants to do something, he can't really use it against the Morphling, so going for a kill top, enabling his Alchemist further, and a great way to start the game for him.
Man, getting a nice hard cape sack for himself. Whew, very well done there on Abed. With the regen rune, he could get himself back up to top net worth in no time with that.
Yeah, 100%. Here we see a dive coming out on PYW.
Yeah, and nice Avatos, but I think he's still done here. They already used so many TPs to go top. I don't think they have the rest of them to come back bottom and help out.
That's what we see. PYW dying 2 times in quick succession. I mean, not great for him, but I understand he needs somewhere to find his gold for his dagger, right? But LGD, they're not going to want much to do with his bottom lane, you know?
No, they're willing to give up. They honestly got more than they expected probably out of it. And Pangolier is one of those heroes where you're free to roam pretty much as soon as you get that 6. And that is where you're going to get the majority of your gold if you can, using the roll-off cooldown. You can farm if you want, but I mean, you got an Alchemist. You also have a Razor who needs to get up. You can't really just be a farmer in this one.
Yeah, he's also going to be going for the fast vessel, which is definitely going to be great against the Morphling and the Centaur specifically.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You had mentioned that they don't have a great vessel builder here on LGD, but hey, why not throw it in for the Pango? It's gonna take the place of maybe a Yule Scepter if you wanted it early, or I don't know. It could have even been a bit more offensive with an Echo Saber into the Aghanim Scepter. Yeah,
Pango is one of those heroes where you can definitely like pretty much build anything in this patch. Like, you're not really stuck with the Diffu of the past.
Yeah,
so I really like it. I bet he's gonna go into the blink right after, and that's gonna give them a lot more kill threat on the Morphling, especially once they have the tiny dagger as well. So I think a really good choice. I like it.
Yeah, there was more camp stacks for LGD, but I'm pretty sure Abed had taken like 4 of those up towards that bot side. So yes, they did more in the stacking department, but they didn't get to benefit from all of it. And now this net worth is pretty much even again because Abed, he's been taking so much. He's already got the blink dagger, even the shield rune. He really wants to get involved on the enemy side of the map, and they saw the echoes farming up there, but they couldn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, you're speaking about the stacks, a really good word placed by Blacklist supports around this bottom rune area, enabling Abed to not only see the stacks, but just knowing that he can stay there for enough time to eventually steal those out, right?
Man, I keep thinking about this Pango build. So we're going for the Vessel, which is great, and you said you're not really locked into this Diffusal anymore. Isn't this still a pretty good Diffusal game, knowing that you're playing against the spellcasting mid and the Morphling, who now uses mana to shift?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the mana burning pretty much all of these heroes is definitely useful.
Yeah.
The only question is how strong it is, actually. As we see a team fight happening top.
Oh, Natsumi got the kill bottom, ended up going top with the gate, but I don't know. He's getting gone on here, roll through, should take out this Clockwork eventually. He may be able to get out here because Centaur providing the run. They're trying to get on Abed, stun hit, slowed up now on a hill all by himself. This once farmed SF just dies on the high ground without his team around. They tried to throw out the Mortimer's Kisses, and once again, Blacklist with a strong start to the game end up taking one fight after the laning stage and put themselves immediately behind.
Yeah, a bit of an uncharacteristic mistake there from Abed. Loses a cool a bit, trying to burst out Wyvern. Of course, he doesn't get him, and then it's just a hard fight from that point. I want to say though, Janual did a really good job with the cogs, essentially stopping the roll, eventually making that play possible, but this time was just a bit too much.
Yeah, and you can see here, it's just like way on a high ground all by himself, man. Nobody saves you here.
Yeah, just completely, you can't do anything. And Janual tries in the end, but of course it's already, the situation is already lost at that point.
Yeah, it just feels like every one of those heroes, the clock played it really well, but poor Snapfire, man, trying to Mortimer's Kiss under the enemy tier 1 tower. There's going to be somebody there to stun you. You can't really get away with that.
Yeah, and this is also one of the strengths of LGD and also their lineup is that they have much stronger team fight. They got this Wyvern, they got this Tiny in the Pango, and being able to reset multiple times in a fight, re-engage, getting another Alch jump or Tiny jump or Pango jump with a Curse, saving each other with the Cold Embrace and the Winter's Curse, they have so much, so you really need to have clean jumps for Blacklist if you want to burst people.
That's true. No, you got to get something strong to start. And that feels like what the SF wants as well, right? You just want to blink in, get an ulti, and you're hoping that was maybe off of a hook shot, maybe it was off of a stun from the Centaur, whatever it may be. You just want to eliminate somebody early, and you need to jump in with the rest of your team to do that.
The ideal way, yeah, as you said, with the hook shot, or you're going to need the Centaur blink also to make it like really
that's true.
But that's... Did he actually just pick it up?
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh man, they find a Y in the
he
trees.
got it.
Tim's, he's showing himself here. They even have the rocket flare, give him a little bit more vision. But once again,
nice
we're
stuff.
on this high ground. Oh, huge jump through from Natsumi, actually saving this play. Another avalanche actually connecting onto PYW now, and the ulti from SF blinking forward for more. They get another kill thanks to Abed with the fear. That's a double for Natsumi, getting the carry involved early. That's what we like to see out of Blacklist.
Is under attack.
Wow, what a bait by Tims. You know, Gabby just picked up the blink, so I don't think LGD was completely aware of it. Gabby gets the double stun, and, you know, Tims able to cookie away. And then Abed also with the Requiem. Times it perfectly on the TP in from Tango and just able to clean them all up.
I thought for sure this was disastrous. As soon as I saw them walk up onto this high ground without any friends around, I was like, oh no, I've seen this one before. But that stun in from Gabby, getting it onto 2 and the nuke from Natsumi, man, that really just changes
Look
completely.
at the Requiem as well. Requiem, he can't get the roll off after
Oh, man.
this. Yeah, very well done by Blacklist.
I guess the only thing is this wasn't Alchemist farming on the bot side while it was happening, so it wasn't necessarily the freest of fights. They're still losing a little bit of net worth on the other side, but Alchemist, it's probably a quick BKB game, right? Or do you think he goes for the Blink Dagger first? I feel with the way that Blacklist are playing right now, that you don't need to blink. They'll be coming to you.
Yeah, I mean, you're also going to have 2 other initiators, right? I think the BKB is definitely the right choice. But he needs a blink at some point, I feel like, you know, maybe even something else like a Basher or an Orchid, something like this to extend their lockdown a bit.
Feeling in this current game, it's a death sentence. If you try to blink in without a BKB, you will end up just getting nuked down.
You will get Requiem or Cog into Snapfire, we'll see all of these things, right?
Yeah. As you just say, we did finish out that Blink Dagger from Centaur. It worked pretty well for him. Now going in for the Eternal Shroud, I mean, the physical damage is going to be carried a lot by the Razor here early on, and then afterwards by the Alk. But as we said, Alk is still going to be going a little bit utility early on. Probably won't have a Basher even for a while. So his right-click potential is still a little bit low, probably until we get another 10 minutes forward.
Yeah, definitely. Now we see a smoke coming up from Blacklist. I wonder if they're going to try to get a kill into potentially going for this tier 1 mid.
They could. I mean, yeah, I don't think they see the Wyvern there. Oh, they see her digging now, but that's under a tier 2. Yeah, immediately the TP LGD, sure. Come on and fight us. They even drop a ward down to see Gabby patrolling behind the tower. But at this point, if they feel like they've already gotten enough, they've backed everybody off the tower, they can just sit Natsumi here to hit. As long as they don't get caught in a curse, they'll probably be fine.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this Morphling is not an appetizing target for LGD, so doing it right. But they actually choose to go for the kill on the Alchemist instead.
If they can, I mean, they already used the hook shot, bouncing it back here. Mortimer's Kiss is getting in as well. Doesn't have the ulti. He's just gonna fall. Januel may lose his life in return, but no! The ulti from the Wyvern. The curse, it actually stopped the Avatos damage, but they still had enough. PYW, unfortunately, sentenced to death, I believe. They will lose 2 now on LGD, one of them being their carry.
Yeah, really heads up play by Blacklist, you know, not finishing up that tier 1 mid, instead going for the out kill. And, you know, this is further going to delay his BKB timing we were talking about and, you know, propel this Morphling even further.
Dire's bottom tower.
There we go. On that.
Oh boy. Jump through with the Requiem. They just eliminate that guy. Holy moly. That is so much damage out from the SF.
Yeah, it's just so much damage and so fast as well. And now they've gotten a kill on the Alk, a kill on the Razor before they get the BKBs. So that's going to give them so much time, you know, to get more farm before LGD can make a proper move against them, right?
Yeah, gotta get something done quickly. I wonder, I'm looking at this lineup. Yes, you did just lose your Razor, but
Yeah, I mean, you got the tiny blink, so you can look at something, but you can't really team fight before you have this BKB Alk or this BKB Razor, which they're both, you know, they're close. Alk is going to have it after these 2 camps. The Razor is about to finish his in less than a minute on the top side. So, I mean, you kind of, it's unfortunate that you have to wait for these BKBs, I feel like. There's no way you're stopping them without it.
yeah. We've seen those at a few. Oh, Tim's buddy. It's a bit deep. It's a bit deep to be without your friends.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can't even get a D ward and say, look guys, I got the ward, it was worth it.
Right? So LGD smoking up.
Dire's
Again,
middle
going for some
tower
deep vision
is under
perhaps. They
attack.
actually don't have an obs on Y right now.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, they'll get a tower at least in return here with the smoke up. Maybe they can go into the mid lane. Already using the Centaur ult, trying to get himself out of here. Was linked up for a second. PYW can't get on top of him, but in mid lane, Daniel is just kind of left out by his lonesome here. He will fall even in the midst of his own cogs. But they don't get an objective out of it, I believe, so should be fine for now still from Blacklist.
Yeah, they're able to find these support kills, but it doesn't really translate into something big, right? They're not able to threaten Roshan or a tier 2 anything, not even this tier 1 mid, so...
Wow.
Now at this moment in the game, now we're thinking about the BKBs for Abed and Natsumi on Blacklist side. And they're both fairly close, you know, Abed being 1k away pretty much, and Natsumi same thing. Once they have those, you know, everything is equalized. 2 BKBs versus 2 BKBs, and I will say that probably favors Blacklist at this point.
Yeah, it's hard because the BKBs will prevent from like the burst damage coming out from Blacklist, but it's still a little bit of poke, right? When we think about like a cookie going in or maybe a stomp from Gabby, he's so big right now. They don't have a ton of damage to kill him until they have this overwhelming damage. He can just use his stomp as like a poking mechanism to get in, get out whenever he wants. From LGD, I mean, you're using your BKB to protect from Pangle roll and probably even get a fight set up after a curse. So it's really like two completely different fights you're going to be playing here for both teams, and as you said, the BKBs are so much more valuable for Blacklist.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know... Yeah, these guys are going to start hitting hard. You got the minus armor from the SF, you got the minus armor from the Snap.
That's
also
true.
Morphing. Terrifying here. You know, here we go. They're going to get the jump on Jano once more.
Yeah, and that's just a smoke pick out. Ain't nothing you can do about that one, but oh, the farming the cogs?
Not quite as good as
gold.
them dying one, but still not.
It's true. They'll go away eventually. And 9 power cogs have been killed for 162 gold, baby.
You have to be thinking about the Roche eventually, right? If you're LGD at this moment. Actually,
no, definitely.
Yeah, they're deciding to TP mid instead, though. Natsumi has to
Well, they
pick up
thought
his BKB,
about
so
it.
so he's definitely ready now to go. Drawing lines on the map as well, thinking about the smoke for sure.
I mean, you said it. They have so much more minus armor on Blacklist than when we think about Roshan potential. Like, that's really the name of the game. Sometimes it's attack slow when you're thinking about maybe an Enchantress or a Phoenix. Most of the time, it's just like, how can we get his armor taken down so we can take this as quickly as possible? And they're going to just walk right up to it. I mean, Wisdomers are out right now, plus they have the Tormentor. This is something that if you know a team wants to go right in for this Wisdom and the Tormentor, you just go in for Roche. Not only are they so far away from it, but also they just lost so much HP from the Tormentor. I don't know if they're going to be able to heal up and come through, and you can see here, Roshan, that's almost out.
Yeah, this is rough. I mean, now it was already hard to deal with the Morphling to begin with, but now you're going to have to deal with the Aegis as well. We'll see if LGD, they look like they want to fight anyway. They obviously saw the center tipping away right now.
Yeah, if they find any stragglers here, looks like Tim's could be the one. Trying to TP away. Avalanche, it does connect at the very last second. Tim's gonna get double jumped up, and that's gonna be a kill here. So it might stifle the Aegis push just slightly, but probably not too much. Only up in another 30 seconds. Blacklist, they'll be able to get something done.
Yeah, they're at least they're at least gonna be able to get these D words here, so that's good for them. But you know, the map is still quite a bit smaller for LGD. They haven't been able to take this tier 1 mid down, and now Blacklist as well. They're gonna start poking at their tier 2s. I don't even know if you want to take this fight without a Snapfire, but it looks like they are actually.
It's hard, right? Because you basically need to jump and burst the Morphling, but not use too much for it at all, right? They catch him low agi, get him with an Avatos, but not assuming he's better than that. He won't let you just get that kill for free.
Definitely good choice, good patience here from Blacklist, backing up, but waiting for the full 5-man.
Yeah. There's just no reason, right? No reason to throw it away, waiting for one other hero that's going to be up in 15 seconds. It's unfortunate because I think they probably could have greeted for the tower, but they certainly lose some heroes if they do. Broke the smoke. Do they know he's there? Woo, so much damage. Does he even have... I don't think he has Flacked or anything. I think that's just pure agi on the Adaptive Strike. Yeah, man. Thank you, Observer, by the way.
Yeah, and now you remove the threat of PYW tossback, so now you're going to be confident finishing this tower, right? After this, you can go into the tier 2 top, or you can even go into enemy triangle. Take this outpost out.
It's true. Far and away for it to be a high ground. I think the high ground is hard. You're looking at like the tiny toss back, also the wyvern curse. Like too many things can go wrong. But with this first Aegis, you're usually just getting these tier 2 towers anyways.
Januel setting up bottom on this Pango from Neo. But he is working over the Watcher though, unfortunately. Actually, that's a Radiant Watcher. My bad. There we go.
Oh, hookshot connects. Where's the rest of the team though? You got to come in instantly with the Requiem, with the raises. They'll get it there. Man, that Yasha Kaya giving that amped cast speed is pretty valuable for the SF. And without it, you definitely don't get that kill.
Now LGD is going to respond here. They're going to try to get the Morphling instead, but this is not an easy kill, even though he's alone.
And he's actually turning into the gank, Natsumi. Yeah, give me more. He's going all the way in, realizes that there actually is a team around that one, and then backs off just slightly. But I mean, all you used was a BKB, and you just backed off 3 LGD players.
Yeah, this feels really bad if you're LGD. Like, okay.
Oh, going for it. Do get the toss back, able to get away, not getting the stun on the real Morphling in that tower. You use the fortification, but it's not long for this world.
Yeah. I mean, Blacklist, they had a really cool setup here. The Morphling is hitting the top tier 2 tower while the clock is preemptively setting up bottom, you know? He doesn't even know that there's somebody farming down there. It's just anticipation, basically. Sets up this ward, gets a kill on the Pango, and then Morphling, he's still protecting the top area, right? Which essentially means that LGD, they're not getting anything back from losing this Pango here, right? So it just feels bad, and at some point you gotta start feeling stressed because you have this Alchemist. It's a hero that falls off pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even gotten to his full potential yet. We need to see that 6-slotted Alchemist. I'm not sure what his item progression really is. Looks like he's going for the Masher. I suppose maybe there's going to be like a Swift Blink in here, something like that to get himself even further towards slotted, but you can always buy your team some Aghanim Scepters. There's no fall off there. Oh, yeah, curse down in the mid lane. I wonder if they have the damage. They do. Why to go down? They did use the Mortimer Kisses for it, but hey, getting a hero off the map pretty much means a free push wherever you want to go.
Yeah, Blacklist keeping up the pressure here, not slowing down whatsoever. Yeah, they're probably going to get this tier 2, and then, yeah, at the same time, they're going to look to do the similar play like they did before when they killed Neo on bottom. They're going to set up preemptively.
Yeah. Try to get some a good fight going for you. If you're supporting on this team right now, you know your team is behind. You know they have already an Aegis on their carry. What are you trying to set up for? What fight do you really want to take on LGD?
I mean, it's tough, right? You have to really find a good angle, like a good space where you can sort of corner Blacklist, like set up for these curses and set up for the rolls. Ideally, it would be when you're pushing. You know, for example, on the bottom tier 2 would be a good place, but I think Blacklist are going to be smarter than that. They're not just going to give you any opportunity, right? You also got this Clockwork scouting for you. You got crazy burst potential, so yeah, that's what you have to be careful of if you're Blacklist.
Nah, don't get caught out. Don't walk into any choke points. It does mean that we're probably going to be waiting for next Aegis before they try a Hagrid push, but we may see the next Aegis spawn within 3 minutes. Certainly there's going to be some sort of item that we're waiting for on LGD to really take this Roshan fight, because I don't think you're allowed to give away that second one. You give it away, you're surely losing at least a little bit of your high ground.
Yeah, for sure. Second Rosh is going to be so scary here with Morphling, you know, he's going to get this butterfly in a moment and potentially another item after that, but...
Ooh, they saw Januel kind of pop the roll for it, but didn't commit just yet. Jumped in with the stun onto the Morphling here. That's no Aegis, so they can lock him up for sure. This is a nice choke point. This is exactly what you wanted from the BKB pop from Natsumi. He's able to turn around on it, and even get the waveform onto the low ground. Mew will try to keep going with the roll, only connecting onto Gabby, but the BKB out from Natsumi. He might not want to turn this one around. Jump through with the stun on Gabby, trying to get Abed out of here. They're chasing him down. They're on the SF. He wants to pop the ulti. He gets it, but the BKBs were already out. They can't get feared away. They'll lose Abed. It was a buyback on Januel as well. They will need to escape, but he was shifting to Edgy. Natsumi falls as well. They lose both of their cores. There was a buyback on support that can't do anything. LGD, they've turned this one around.
Yeah, really good fight there from LGD, you know, capturing the area over there. You know, Januel getting caught out pretty far out, and Natsumi as well, as we're going to see in the replay here. They get to start a fight perfectly on the Morphling, forcing him to shift up fully to strength, and then, you know, from that point onwards, you know, you don't really have to be concerned about the turnaround. since Morphling can't really fight from this point.
Mm.
Also, great curse here from Y, you know, eventually setting up a full link on Abed, which is, you know, the end of him.
It's so hard to get out of that one. And he did get the ulti off. I didn't even know if he was going to get it off, but BKBs were still there. We talked about there's still some good stuff. It's usually the poke that you have to use your BKBs for from LGD, but since they got such a great fight for themselves, they were the aggressors. They were able to use it, just keep that pressure on.
Yeah, it's just the power of positioning. You know, whoever gets to initiate typically wins fights in Dota. You know, this is a fight where everyone on LGD, their backline is able to cast all their spells freely, and on the opposite side, you know, there's no good way to cast a Snapfire ulti, or Clockwork is already getting jumped. There's just no opportunity for them to do a turnaround.
Yeah. And now with that, 14-14, net worth lead is evened up. Alchemist feeling a little bit more powerful, but as you said, there's still going to be an end time for this Alchemist. Eventually, he'll get all the items. He won't have anything left, and we'll just be waiting to see what is his last pickup here. It looks like he could probably still get rid of his boots. A little bit there, but oh man, roll through. Actually went onto the low ground though from New, so they're not really locked in on the Centaur quite yet. Lotus will even reflect the Alchemist stun. Right? They've used so much already.
Still have Stampede as well.
They do. Got him out. He's not even forced to press it here. I thought maybe they want to go forward for the curse, but LGD, no. You've used so much already. The roll is out. No sense in trying to keep that up.
Yeah, and of course, instant smoke from Blacklist now. Trying to get a kill before this Roshan is going to happen.
Yeah, and it's going to be huge. If you're able to get this kill just before Roche is available. We said it's so important for them. Gabby getting linked up. Lotus again to link each other, but the BKB still from the Razor. He's going to be fine. Gets the kill on Gabby. It's a hook shot on the backside, but even he used a curse on the BKB of Ovid. Once again, going to kite that one out. Unfortunately, they will still lose their Echo. And oh no, the Requiem plus the raises. Natsui will get a double. This time, Ovid was able to stay in the fight the whole time, and they'll get themselves 2 kills for it. Sure, they've sacrificed Gabby, but they'll take that all day.
Yeah, really nice job by Blacklist, understanding that, you know, the Pango roll is used earlier. They still have everything to go, so why not just smoke up and get a kill, get that get those vision out, and yeah, as we see it here again.
I'm surprised. I thought that this was going to go a little bit differently, because once you killed Gabby, it was like kind of okay, and then the curse on the BKB, I didn't think it could go any better for you to start out from LGD.
Yeah, it's true. It just, the problem is that you don't have all your spells ready, and that you have to spend your entire BKB to kill this Centaur, which is, it's not going to be enough to win you the fight when you don't have a roll and everything. You're killing your Centaur, you're not dealing with the Morphling or the SF in that sense, and now we go straight into Roshan. But this one is
Agnes
surely...
from Abed, ooh, that did so much damage too in that fight.
Yeah, it's scary. Similar situation as last time, LGD going for the Tormentor instead of contesting the Roshan. Are they going to be inside?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they are.
That's kind of crazy, actually. I don't think I've seen that happen like 2 times in a row. But I guess in this one, I don't know. I guess because they lost the fight, they're like, we probably can't take the Roshan. But I don't know. I feel like it could have been okay for them still to try to at least contest. Maybe throw some trees in there or something.
Yeah, a little bit surprising that they decide against it. I don't see any particular item timings that they're waiting for. Obviously, there's the Lincolns on the Razor, but that's quite a way to go, right?
Yeah. And now there is a butterfly on the Morphling as well, so Natsumi just getting more and more powerful. This is going to be a hard fight, especially, oh no, they break on Shiro, finding Y instead, but he's able to get the Glimmer away. It seems for now, this could be a turnaround, but there's an Aegis here. There's vision here for the other team. LGD, they just don't want to take that.
They will still cover the high ground with their vision, so they will take the fight if they get the right angle here, the right target rather.
Yeah. He's showing himself pretty far. I mean, they got to be pretty confident, Shiro, but Abed isn't actually around, so it looks like they still should be safe in that triangle. He's actually going in for the Lincolns here next, making sure that there's no curse during the BKB. Once he gets that, do they have an answer for the SF?
I mean, it has multiple reasons here. One, like you mentioned, the curse. There's also the Abyssal from the Alk, of course, and you got the static link from the Razor as well. So, I mean, yeah, they don't really have that much to proc it with aside from those things. So, very good Lincoln game, I have to say. It's gonna be very useful. Like, you know, if they're able to get a stun either with a hookshot or the Centaur Blink, they might just be able to blow up somebody like they have been in a few of these fights.
Maybe for LG, maybe you have to start focusing down the clockwork, because there's a world maybe where you can get the Alchemist on top of the SF with the BKB, same with the Razor. And as long as there's no hook shot to interrupt, maybe, just maybe, you can stay on top and make sure he doesn't get that ulti off. But again, with this Yasha Kaya, that Requiem comes out really fast.
Yeah, it comes out really fast, and it also heals you on top of that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
ideally they get on the SF, but then you're gonna need something to lock him down, right? I think the Basher is likely not gonna be enough, seeing as they have Stampede. So it's not an easy task when this Lincoln comes up.
Yeah. And, I feel they're still trying to take away this bottom tower, but they're not committing too hard from Blacklist, right? Like, they're still a little bit worried that there's going to be some sort of nuke damage that they can't handle. But obviously, from the caster's perspective, we know Blacklist, they're feeling pretty strong right now. With this Lincoln's now on the Razor, sure, there's a little bit more to work through, but not that much. They still have the upper hand, and they see Shiro farming in the mid lane. This could be the jump they want. Oh! What a blink. The fastest fingers in the West there from Shiro. And now get on out, team. Too embarrassed. Got to get out of here as quick as we can. That's BKB from Abed. That was the shield rune even that he wanted to use. Just perfectly done from Shiro.
Yeah, very nice heads up reactions. I mean, that's the annoying thing about having your Centaur as one of the main initiators in the Legion. This hoof stomp, it has such a big cast animation, so it's not necessarily a reliable thing against magic immunity.
That's true. You gotta do like some amount of damage first. That's why honestly Strength Blink has been so popular on the Centaur, because it cancels those blinks usually when you get in.
Definitely. It's not, yeah. You kind of need something like this. Usually we see people going for Shivas as well, which sort of does the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's never gonna be like a Dragonite where it's just instant, right?
Yeah, and you can see actually he's about to finish the Shivas, so you can guarantee that next time we have a blink like that, there's gonna be a Shivas floating around before that blink even gets sent.
Yeah, the Shiva is gonna be strong as well for many reasons, you know. Obviously the aura component of it, removing attack speed and removing healing is gonna be great. But also when you're blinking in, you press the Shiva, you have the gem on you, you're gonna be able to find these Wyvern easier in the trees, for example.
That's true. Looks like they, ooh, another quick blink away, already using the raises though. It looks like Natsumi gonna try to get on top of him. Nice Ogre Seal away. Surely if they want to get on top of him, they can do it, but no, they feel too unsafe right now. And Shiro actually taking away the backline. This may be a fight turnaround for LGD. They have a buyback of the clockwork, so they want to use it, but right now the Stampede just trying to get everybody away for the moment. They're still on top of the Razor, sending him away. Mortimer's kisses haven't gotten stopped on the backside. Natsumi's gonna have to turn around with the BKB on the Alchemist, but now it's time to peel away for LGD. You've used a lot, you got one support kill, but there's still an Aegis over here. Stomp down, using the Requiem. Echo's gotta get away for a second if he can. And it looks like he's out as well. They've kited almost everything, but now with the Aegis, oh no. LGD, is this your fight?
It's looking pretty good so far. I mean, they're able to kill the clock for free and then not really getting punished for it at all, even despite Natsumi having the Aegis there. So LGD looking like they want to go in again. There's no Requiem anymore.
And they find Tim's on the backside here, but this is a Pango caught way on out. I mean, he gets the roll up, sure, but he's just dead. Natsumi, he definitely pops the damage for that one. And yeah, no, Alchemist could turn around, yes, but he's got to get a few chain bashes around using the Wyvern Curse as well on top of the Centaur, but it does mean you can't really connect onto the Morphlane anymore. They'll try to link him to get something done. You can see the double stun into all the damage. They'll try to heal Shiro up, and well, they don't have a max damage right now to take him out. He could actually get away from this one. Anymore. Gabby, what? How did Gabby get on the backside there?
Oh, they got him.
And now they, no, oh no. Blacklist, has this turned around too far for you? Natsumi getting linked up. Butterfly's not going to protect you from that one. They'll get the kill. Another Requiem, but Abed, do you have this damage all by yourself? It's 1v5. Good luck, brother, because with that Yules, I think as you come down, it's surely death. Blacklist once again lose the engagement, and LGD find themselves in the lead.
Wow, great fight from LGD. You know, using that Wyvern, they're like getting the multiple cold embraces off and eventually getting the curse, being able to peel off everything, setting up for multiple Ava tosses and, you know, everything from Pango as well. Oh yeah, there's no buyback on Natsumi or Abed here, so this should lead to some objectives. Minimum 2 tier 2 as
Smiling after that one. I mean, that was a really good fight, as you said. It took forever. A lot of back and forth, and I'm sure at some point Blacklist thought that they had the upper hand, because I kind of thought they had the upper hand in some of those, but unfortunately just getting really split, which is a kind of a symptom of having a Wyvern on the enemy team, right? You don't want to group up for everything. You do want to stay apart as much as you can, but
yeah,
they try to get on top of this Alchemist, and that heal is way too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you already used your Requiem, you use your Snapple, see your magic damage is quite limited, and if you're not killing the Wyvern at the same time, then he's gonna get these multiple Cold Embraces off, and that's just way too hard to deal with if you're Blacklist. I feel like this Shiva is gonna be so important being able to fight this Wyvern.
Yeah. Does have it complete now, but as you see here, this replay, this is where it was looking kind of good, right? The double cookie, double stun, but this heal, look at that, as you said, just limited magic damage, gets up almost all the way to full. Oh my lord.
Yeah, Natsumi's sitting on 6k HP here as well, so he has very limited damage. I think Blacklist not exactly on the same page there. Abed kind of committing Natsumi away from me out at the same time. I'm not sure if it ultimately would have mattered in the end. I think this fight is in a tough place already after you used all your spells.
Yeah, and they only had to use a buyback on you, so definitely like low committal as well for LGD. Aegis, it looks like it is up right now, so they can make their way bottom if they do desire, but they can't do it again, Hanskin. They can't give them a third Aegis.
Yeah, but I feel like now LGD, they're actually getting quite strong. You got this Abyssal, you got the Link and Racer now. Wyvern is starting to get his items. He got his Aether Lens, so he's able to play easier. And I feel like they have to go for this Roshan, right? No way they get three Roshans in a row.
I don't. I thought that they could definitely fight the last one, and this one is like, I think you should be the ones to go in there first.
Yeah, I mean, whoever gets the vision usually wins these fights, and LGD, they're once again a little bit slower on it.
Oh, speaking about the vision, Clockwork with the Aghanim Scepter now pelting out these Rocket players. I mean, the vision game is certainly in the hands of Blacklist at the moment, but it is Shadowblade, or no, just a Invis Rune right now from PYW, trying to get something started for his team.
Yeah, you mentioned the Axe Clockwork. It's because I feel like this Wyvern is definitely the X factor for both teams, however well his fight is gonna go is gonna determine a lot of this, so getting all the vision you can, getting these triple rockets is gonna help so much with that.
Man. They're under a ward. LGD, they want to smoke up and find something, but they're only able to smoke so far, right? They don't have vision down here. They don't want to encroach too far and find themselves under Blacklist vision, but instead they're going to trade places.
Yeah, this is interesting. They're circling around each other.
Ships in the night. Ships in the night. And now, I mean, this leads LGD right in front of the Roshan pit. And Blacklist C, they are de-warding, yes. But now this is their control. You can't just haphazardly run in here as Blacklist anymore.
Yeah, you can't. You don't really have any... Actually, Abba just got his buyback. You have one on teams as well, but... You don't really want to start off a place. Oh, Gabby.
Clockwork providing the vision, popping the early BKB from Echo. They're going to link each other once again, but this is a Centaur. It's really hard to get in on this one. Natsumi, he's the target they want to focus in for a second. No, he turns around the BKB. Gabby will fall, and now they're turning back onto the Alchemist. I mean, he's able to get away. Wyvern down. He'll have to buy back into this one, but you don't have an easy way to get back in, right? This isn't your outpost.
Yeah, he's going to TP top, use the gate, actually. So this is probably enough for Blacklist.
Oh, he'll get out, but this does mean Blacklist with no buyback on Gabby. They're just going to lose this Roshan now. The first Roshan of the game that could go to LGD.
Yeah, nice job by Echoes. You know, he just picked up the refresher. He has a link as well, so just no hesitation, popping the BKB straight away on the Centaur and just walking in there. There's not much stopping that, you know.
But what on earth is happening in these fights? I see an early BKB. I see someone getting double linked, and it's Gabby of all people. How on earth do LGD still manage to turn this around, get the kill on Gabby without losing anybody else on their team, except for the Wyvern?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not easy for Abed to commit, right? He needs a stun to land, basically, to be able to hit a Requiem properly, and then you're jumping the Centaur, so that means you have to combine with the Clockwork, and if you don't have the angle in the correct moment, then, you know, it's just not going to happen. I wonder if he's going to be thinking about the Hex, potentially, on Abed to, you know, make it happen on his own, but right now it looks like he's going to go for the Refresher instead.
So we need to look for the BKBs early on LGD. As long as they're not getting started on, as long as they have some way to utilize their timings, it's going to be fine. Because we do have on the Razor, it's an old build, but it is Refresher BKB. So even if he does link up Gabby first, honestly, he'll have a 12-second BKB to work with.
Yeah, and even if the worst comes to worst, like he's creating space, he's potentially going to be saved by this Wyvern, right? So I think for LGD, exactly like you said, the key for them is just start a fight however way possible. You do it with the Pango roll, or you do it with the Razor walking in, or the Arc jumping. You also got a refresher on the Pango now, so you can be really liberal with your spellcasting here.
Things have gotten so particular for Blacklist International now. They have to find a way to start a fight with the stun without getting those BKBs out, especially on the Razor. And if they don't get that, things could be difficult. This is the first Aegis now for LGD, and we may see them actually walk up a high ground.
Yeah, it's possible. Right now, they're probably discussing what the next move is. I feel like they might be waiting for the nighttime and then go high ground, potentially. I don't see a particular item that they're really like waiting for.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, this Daedalus surely isn't it. We thought that the Seekers was going to turn everything around, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, maybe the 25 on Razor is what LGD is waiting for to use his Aegis.
I see a world maybe where that's it. I think this might just be the safety net, right? This is the first Aegis you've had. Maybe they don't want to throw it away.
Yeah, it's possible, but if you're not using it, are you really getting the benefit from it? You know what I mean?
That's true.
You
gotta suffocate the map? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, they're at least gonna go for this tier 2 top, which is nice. They're also getting an Axe queued up on this Alchemist right now. Curious who that's gonna go to. I guess it's gonna be the Razor, right?
I'd imagine it helps with their slow siege, right?
Yeah, it does, it does.
Maybe that's what they're waiting on. Ironically, maybe that is what they're waiting for. If they can have that, maybe they actually siege high grounds.
Yeah, they just gave it to him, so this might be it. Although the Razor does not have the Aegis, so it's not that simple for him to just walk up. You know, he could definitely be able to be bursted if they played well on Blacklist.
Well, here goes tower number 1, and well, Blacklist, they're actually pushing on their own. Who gets forced back here? Surely it's Blacklist that has to come back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not confident enough to walk into the LGD base, so they're just gonna back up here. But there is a banner placed, a motion banner.
Right. I think the banner is actually what ends up keeping you here, unless the Snapfire immediately takes it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Yeah, this Alk is not a guy you can afford to go on at all. He's sitting here with 3 HP and an Aegis, so they need to find ways to get around, I feel like.
And they're gonna blink out for a second here. They already took down a tower and Rax. They're happy enough for now. There's still Aegis on them for another minute. I don't think the Blacklist want to take the fight now. Yes, you have the vision, and maybe you have them on the run, but you certainly want to wait just a little bit longer since there's only one life on this Alchemist.
Yeah, they're looking for it, though. Natsumi walking straight into nighttime and doesn't see anything.
Yeah, he's trying. Why is not the freest jump anymore? He does have a team around him. I think it could be way too hard if you do try to start a fight on the Wyvern anymore.
He's also got the AM disc now, so I think it's kind of
goodness.
Mission impossible to burst him. Like, they don't have a nullifier, and there's none in sight for a long time.
No, right? I don't think anybody even had that on their menu at the moment. SF surely didn't. Morphlin might have to now, but he's trying to finish out a Satanic. I mean, he might not have a way to fit that in his backpack at all.
Yeah, I feel like who's gonna get it for our Blacklist? It would have to be the Snapfire or somebody, right? But then,
well,
how are you gonna get? Yeah, how are you gonna get to use it in a fight? You know, like it's tough. I think LGD is really finding a nice timing here, and their team fight is really strong.
Yeah, they waited so long for it. I'm trying to click, like, all the cores have gotten rid of their boots except for the Morphling, and Morphling is already trying to finish out the Satanic. So it might be up to Shadow Fiend to like suck up the Aghanim Scepter and get a Nullifier, but he's trying to go for the Hex for that. So yeah, I think you're right. Snapfire might have to start queuing up that Nullifier. He may be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the blink, so it's definitely possible, but it's gonna be, it's not easy, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. It's got to be Clock, because Clock actually can get on top of the Wyvern.
Yeah, I think so.
If it even gets to that point, of course, The Aegis has expired. We're gonna have another fight come through, and if Blacklist don't find that perfect jump, it could be too hard for them. LGD could find themselves another fight win, but they are on a high ground. Throwing out the rocket flares, roll forward here from New, and with the Shivas does find the clockwork first. This is priority number one. If they can take him down, now they can all in on whoever they want. Blacklist are all of a sudden caught on enemy lines, nobody else to save them. Clock can't get back into this one, and here comes Abed with the ulti, but you're just on top of the Razor, on top of the Alchemist. This is exactly where they want to be. Refresher already used, still on top of him here, stunned up once more, can't even get the Requiem off the second time. Another death on Abed. It is a double kill for Shiro, and LGD will continue to mulch through Blacklist here as it go down this mid lane.
Yeah, really nice job by LGD. You know, they're playing the fight perfectly. They have no fear with the Pango, just starting the fight. And Blacklist, they have to respect it. They don't have a solution for this Pango roll right now, and basically they need to burst people. Abed eventually tries for it, but you know, it's not possible. Echoes is not going to fall for that trick.
No, he's much smarter this time. And once again, perfect BKB usage from LGD. Just fantastic job in these fights. Now grabbing themselves, I think, our first high ground siege of the game from either team, except for the one. Oh no, Shiro!
Oh, they actually get him.
He's just dead, and now Echo's gonna turn around with hook shots here. This isn't a fight without clockwork anymore. Big boy is home, and Echoes, he surely will fall here. Natsumi to pick up the kill, and you finally rolling through for this one, but your team has already fallen. Natsumi's actually able to turn around on this one, trying to get the roll through. Do they have anything to stun? No, they don't. He'll get out of this one, and Blacklist taking a fantastic fight without their SF. Well done.
Yeah, really well done. Their burst is way too fast, actually, without the BKB being ready on Shiro there. And yeah, no buyback on Echoes as well, so this might mean racks.
And now Blacklist will test the waters up on the high ground. It's my turn to go up high ground and die.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think it's a little bit safer for them, though. Without the Razor, without the Alk, even if Alk does buy back, he's got to, charge up his stun, get the blink in. I think they should be fine. I don't think they're able to hold in Blacklist and wait for their friends.
Well, let's see. Abed actually TPing to the top side of the map rather than joining his team. He's looking for a solo kill.
And he's showing on a wave.
He's actually smoked.
He's smoked. Okay.
But he's not going to find anybody, obviously. But what this will do is that it will bring in all the waves for Blacklist.
Yeah. Tower falls here, still trying to siege. And with the Alchemist up in 10, Razor up in 20. I think this is going to be your only Rex. He does. They'll get. Ooh! I don't know if that was supposed to try to bait out a BKB or what, but I was scared for him.
Yeah. I mean, Blacklist recovering this game very nicely. Getting the racks recovered by themselves, and also Natsumi now deciding against the Satanic, going for the refresher instead. This could be very valuable in the next fight.
I don't know if they get another fight like that on the high ground, where somehow you're able to kill 2 cords without seeing a Wyvern Curse come out. I just don't believe it.
They will get the Roshan now as well. That has
wow.
on it. But who do you put an Aegis on? I guess it has to be the Morphling.
Yeah, I mean, he went for the refresher, so he'll just go ahead and pick up that Aegis, be able to slot on the refresher, have at least one BKB then left. Ooh, vision up. I wonder if they make a smoke for this one now, or if they're just using this as a fear tactic.
I wonder if Blacklist is going to be confident enough to go hit the enemy base. Morphling, he has the get out of jail free card with the waveform out, but there's a lot of stuns, not to mention tossbacks and layers with the Pango roll and Winter's Curse and everything. So they might give it a go here, but it's not simple.
So if they walk up the high ground, you're looking to make sure that you don't get Avatos back. You're looking that if you do end up committing on somebody, you don't get cursed. And then also there's going to be a roll floating around there somewhere that also makes things difficult for your team. It's not easy for Blacklist. I do see a world where maybe they just try to get all these waves in, and I mean, you have to slow siege somehow, though. Maybe that is all on the Morphling.
Yeah, for now they're deciding against it. Gonna play it patiently, potentially discussing, how we're gonna do this. And while it's happening, LGD, they're not really getting that much farm. Only the creep waves that Blacklist is essentially bringing to them.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to farm. All the creeps are in our base. You don't have to go out for anything. Are you still waiting on buyback for both Centaur and the Snapfire? Clockwork just won't have his for 4 minutes. So I wonder if they're just too scared without the buybacks. If they go up high ground and die, then, well, maybe they just get turned around. Maybe the game lost. Is just a loss. So I feel the pressure. I feel it for sure. But it does also feel if you can't take this Aegis fight now, then when can you take it?
Yeah, definitely very tense.
Oh, Octarine Core out for the Clockwork. Even more of these rocket flares getting sent out onto the map.
Interesting choice. It's definitely all about the Wyvern still, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to help him
You'll be able to see
survive or anything, but you're going to be able to, stay far back in every fight, spam these rockets 24/7. Also reducing the cooldown on the overclocking, of course.
Yeah.
And just wait for the right moment. Basically just playing a completely backliner Clockwork until the moment presents itself.
Boom, there it goes.
Only 2.5 minutes left, and LGD, they are sitting right on top of this. They're very disciplined, making sure that they do not leave this unattended at all. They're ready. Blacklist, they aren't. Blacklist are going to be happy just sitting in this triangle, forcing everybody away. I hate to say it, but we do have 60-minute items in, well, about 5 minutes. So maybe they're just angling all in on map control.
Yeah, if we get there, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, that's how things change entirely. A few mirror shields, maybe a few banners, and oh no, jump through. Out of nowhere, Requiem will connect, but it's with the magic damage that he's getting healed. So they do get the kill, but it's a buyback on New. They're sitting on top of the Morphling, able to get the first life, yes, but he'll come back for more. Gabby's BKB is wearing out. They may want to all on him before the Morphling comes up with the roll. Actually connects on him. He's not able to shift just yet. It's gonna come through from Abba, getting a nice shot with his ulti, but oh no, he gets stuck in the roll. This is 2 buybacks for LGD. They want to take this fight. They'll take down Tim's, but everybody else should evacuate, it seems, on Blacklist. So with those buybacks out, they should feel happy with this one, with at least the net worth trades.
Yeah, I mean, LGD having to use 2 buybacks here is definitely good for Blacklist. And now you got the Wyvern use his buyback as well. So now you got a condition, to change the entire game. You get him the next time in the next 7 minutes, suddenly the game is completely shifted. And yeah, I was surprised. LGD, they actually choose to target Natsumi and the Morphling, but it works out. They're able to bring him down once without any effort, and then he almost dies a second time as well.
It's true. Wasn't all lost by any means for LGD. If they had just a little bit more catch, they might have walked away with at least 3 or 4 kills, but instead everybody was able to get away from Blacklist. I think they only took away that little bit of the racks. They didn't even get the melee, I believe, that's still left up there.
Yeah, I only got the range this time.
So all in all, it is a hold, but it was, as you said, it's the buyback on the Wyvern and the Pangoliers. So win condition has been met. Kill one of those guys, because Wyvern is integral in these fights. Any curse you can get, even the heal almost worked out if it wasn't for that damn Requiem sent out from the SF. They would have maybe been able to keep New alive.
Yeah, definitely have to be really careful right now if you're Y. Can't afford to die again, at least in the next couple of minutes.
The pressure's on for sure. Aegis could be up in about 3 minutes, and it's going to be up to either team here. We're going to be seeing 60-minute items, we're going to be seeing a few Tormentors, and we're going to be seeing Roshan. So it's going to be an all-out fight for both teams. And even though Blacklist, they're up by 12,000 right now, that's not free. 12,000 is nothing as we get into 60 minutes.
Yeah, definitely not. Also, you're gonna see the Alchemists keep pooling Aghanims to his allies as well. Daniel in trouble now?
Maybe. I mean, he does have Gabby behind him. Blink away on one, not able to lock him up. Looks like they should get away on everybody. Oh, Daniel. Oh! No shot, okay.
Oh.
No shot, no! The stun does connect though. Lotus backwards. Is this enough time for the team to show up? I think Blacklist, they're ready. You want to fight? I'll give it to you. They're going to stampede out of this one just to kite away for a second here, but the roll through from New, trying to create as much chaos as they can. BKBs have been used. LGD, they feel fragile. They might not want to take this any longer. PYW will try to create chaos on the other side, but Gabby, he's found the Alchemist, and same with the Morphling. They don't want to commit just yet. They see him, they know what he's about, but Abed, he'll be the one to start this one off. Requiem out, Fears up on you. This is going to be dieback if they get him. It is going to be a curse onto Gabby, but with the BKB on not saying, he just doesn't care right now. They'll keep turning around. Abed maybe on the run. They use the BKB on Echoes. He needs to link up, but he doesn't get on top of the SF. So now on the high ground, Gabby turn around with the stun. Oh, the Abyssal Blade on Abed. Raise 1, raise 2. Have they found this Shiro, Alchemist, the heal, the Yules? They're actually keeping him alive for now, but the nuke damage, it's way too much. Abed able to get the kill. They're forcing the buyback on Alchemist, and this is on top of their elbows. He can come back for sure. Echoes with the link up on Natsu. He's able to man to turn around. Maybe he can get the kill. No, there's so much damage. Even the Snapfire getting in on it. And even with this Avalanche, it's not enough. They may still lose another one. Gabby trying to get away. He's still alive actually in PYW. He's going to be the next victim of Abed. He gets another kill. This is the dieback of the Alchemist. Abed with another 2 raise. The heal, it's not enough for you. Gabby lives. And LGD, they're forced to buy back damn near everybody. And they still have dieback on the Alchemist. Dieback on the Pangolier. This could be the opening for Blacklist to end the game.
Dude, what a crazy fight, actually. Like, this whole thing started out with Januel basically cutting the entirety of LGD on his own for like 20 seconds, right?
Right.
Eventually giving Blacklist enough time to, you know, they got the Wyvern, and then, you know, it's all Natsumi and Abed from there. They're just playing the fight so well, being able to get this double Requiem off, and, you know, Natsumi cleaning up. Now there's no buyback, so there's not really going to be much stopping you here if you're Blacklist.
You're going to have to put together a miracle for sure for LGD. 60-minute items are coming up, but they don't care. Blacklist, they're going to run it right up this mid lane. Megas are taken. There's still a curse available from the Wyvern, but it's going to have to be the curse of a dream, and instead, it's going to be the find on the Tiny here. Requiem out, Razor doesn't even have a chance to press the BKB. It's just GG. Game number 1. Blacklist will continue the streak 3 in a row versus LGD, and it took a while, but they did get it.
Wow. So well done by Blacklist. I mean, it all comes down to this last fight, to be honest.
This international here. They've been trying to find their footing. Last game seemed like it could have been it, but instead they weren't able to find it. We're gonna have an early fight here. Stuns used, cogs getting thrown out, but all it turns into is an early CS lead for the Centaur.
And of course, getting the D ward, or actually that's their own ward, killing their own ward potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy deny, but we'll see. LGD, can they keep this up? Keep up that early tempo and maybe put Blacklist in the dirt, or will they continue to rise above? This Tiny in the mid lane is going to be pretty cool for us to see again. They've been kind of ignoring it on Blacklist International. They're kind of like, we want Void Spirits, we want Pucks, putting heroes that haven't even been in the meta for us and just completely opting away for the Tiny, but now they're finally forced to go back with it. LGD have finally put enough bans that Abed will try it out again.
Yeah. I mean, Abed is typically known for his mobility heroes, right? But if there's ever a game to pull out the Tiny, it would be this one. You got the Hoodwink, you got the ET, you're going to be able to burst anybody pretty much.
I thought, so Tim's killed a Sentry Ward as soon as all the bounty roots came out. I thought for a second they got 3, but no, just splitting 2 for 2. It looks like Gabby, is he going to be trying to block this? Yeah, trying to block it under the tower. And that damn Acorn talent, even getting more damage. Y's going to show up to lane about half HP, maybe even less.
Yeah, of course, Gabby doing his signature move once again, pushing the enemy wave under his own tower, so that, you know, the wave gets pushed back already, and also the Hoodwink showing why it's so contested right now. That has 7 armor, Sven, by the way. He has Ring of Protection. Just Acorn shot plus Hoof Stomp just puts him to half HP, and as you see once again.
Oh my goodness. Even with the Ring of Protection, now I get it, like he has to get the Roth. Imagine how much damage he'd be taking without it, but oh my goodness. Almost makes it not worth it. And then top side, I mean, the reason that they did pick the Sven is because of this Januel ET. So as much damage he's going to be stripping away from the SF, he'll hopefully be getting it back thanks to this Warcry on Sven. In fact, we have a lot of sources of added armor now after we saw that ET get picked up. It looks like, okay, Quick go again. Not waiting for too long here. It looks like in the mid lane, something that, you know, is good for the Tiny is that SF typically doesn't CS super well in these early lanes, but however, because it is a melee matchup, the raises, they feel super free.
Yeah, the races are great. I mean, the Tiny has so much damage though to bring out.
Stomping
Oh,
around, man. Yeah, trying to get the spirit back. Natsumi rocketing into the enemy tower.
They're gonna
hoping
get
the
PYW first. Oh, close.
Oh no, they don't. He will go down first. New able to pick up that kill. So poor Troll Warlord doesn't get anything out of this one, and they get the first blood gold all the way over to the Primal Beast. Well done, LGD, finding a strong start to this top lane.
A bit surprising actually to be able to find the first blood here, but this is just something that happens sometimes when there's wave pools going on. You know, you get a double wave or you get people, you know, catch them not connected to each other, and yeah, this time they're able to secure the first blood. Very good job by them.
A windfall upon you. D9.
It looks like the CS is going pretty well outside of that. Pretty tight contestation overall. We're gonna see this lane run it back with the Centaur, and I feel they should be able to lock in on this wind eventually if she pushes out too far.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's not the easiest here to bring down, especially when the wind run is up. If you're able to catch her outside of it, though, you know, you're definitely looking at a dead wind runner.
It's true. And is this going to be early rotation? Maybe just go as fast as we can for the blink, because Abed, I mean, this Avatos should work pretty well with the rest of your team, right? Since you do have the Centaur that can get in with you. We can see a few kills on the wind runner early if we do have a fast blink.
Yeah, I mean, this game, I expect Abed to be rushing the blink, of course, and then Gabby is probably going to go for the same build as he did last time with the Blade Mail first. The Blade Mail is super annoying for the wind and has stuff to deal with. So.
Man, honestly, getting a lot of cogs CS here so far from Natsumi, but this is a really careful lane to play in. I didn't love the fact that they were going to have double melee here, but they've made it work really well. Like, somehow getting cogs in on Natsumi standing in with New is really weird, actually. I didn't think that was going to be able to happen.
Yeah, and the cool thing about their lane also is that they don't really rely on right-clicking, right? They've got this Primal just walking on you, and you got the Clockwork Battery assaulting you, so even if you're stacked up against the Troll getting or the Whirling Axis on you, which is typically, you know, that's not fightable, but in this lane, they don't really get bothered by it, so...
Hmm. And they go in the sampler actually on the Primal Beast, huh? So all in for just closing that gap, getting the charge. Sometimes we've seen people go like 0-2-1, but I think this is really good.
And he's gonna go for the face boots rush. Obviously, when he gets that, they have even more kill potential. I think he's dead.
No.
Once more.
Again, somehow locked in with the cogs, the onslaught as well to keep him in. Daniel, you just can't do anything about that. So while he's pulling away, his carry will die, and this Primal Beast is just going to start feeding off this off lane.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a problem for Blacklist, honestly. Like, if this Primal is able to get such a great start in this lane, like, this is gonna free up the clock to move, and the Troll potentially gonna be hitting the jungle, you know, and then that's gonna limit Abed's opportunities as well once he gets those runes and gets that blink. Like, if you don't have presence in the top lane, you know, chances of killing this Primal are small.
Yeah, and winning the off lane can sometimes snowball into every other lane losing. Whenever you win the safe lane, it's like, well, my pause 5 usually still has to stick around because your safe laners are weak. At any point, they can still die. But in the off lane, you give that guy a strong lane. This is going to be a Primal Beast. We're talking about bracers, phase boots. Really hard to kill that guy at all. So if they do let the Clockwork start roaming around, even though this bot lane is going really well, Centaur 26 CS, 12 denies. One Clockwork rotation can turn that all around.
Yeah, 100%.
And oh, speaking of rotations, already Tim's is coming down bot side. Is it a tri-lane versus tri-lane?
Yeah, it's kind of looking like it, right? But this means nobody's going for the rune. They're actually gonna attack Y here.
Yeah, but onslaught onto the high ground here. They are going to fight Johnny over real quick. Why? Oh, does the acorn bounce to him? It does, but he's got so much armor. It doesn't do that much damage. They will lose Johnny, and that's going to be the ET down. No runes getting picked up. Looks like Abed was the one who guessed it correctly. So far, a little bit of favor to LGD, but the rune probably matters a lot in the mid lane.
Yeah, it does. This Arcane rune for Abed can definitely be scary.
CS still in favor of Echo. A lot of denies as well. Tiny, unfortunately, when the tree isn't here, I'm sure that this SF is going to have a great time with the CS. Chick is trying to force those raises, so they just push the tower, or push the wave under your tower anyways. It can be sometimes hard, though, with the disciplined mid laner, such as Echo.
Oh, Gabby actually falling here. Great rotation by PYW, as we've gotten used to at this point. Always finding these moments. And he's going to try to go for the bow rune as well.
Yeah, trying to TP in. Does that hero have a stun? It is Hoodwink, so it could be it. If PYW is able to get the cogs and boom. There it is. Is it enough? Can you get close? Yeah, man, just barely. Tims does pick it up, and he'll try to turn around, but I think PYW is more than safe.
Yeah, that was so close. They might go for the attack on Gabby here once more, if he's not careful.
Actually gonna turn around, trying to block him here. Doesn't get into the bridge, so again, PYW should be fine.
They're still thinking about it. You know, Gabby's not hitting his level 6 yet, and he also does not have the blade mill.
Goodness, once again. Wait, I've seen this before. This is exactly what happened in the last game. Except I don't think that Blacklist actually stacked that much. So where Echo got a double stack, I think that was like a triple or 4 stack for Abba whenever he came into it. But it was really funny that both times we see an SF Radiant go over and get the early stacks away from Dire.
Yeah, a bit of deja vu. I mean, such an easy move, right? If you're confident enough to walk up there, the stacks just die so fast. So you have an SF though. Yeah, great job by him, but he will lose the rune here, looks like.
It does seem so. It was a top invis rune. Abed will be able to just pick it up for himself again. Because his lane has gotten so rough, you can see here, I mean, everybody on Dire is having a rough time. Blink Dagger is going to get delayed, which means your map pressure is going to get delayed. And I tell you what, this Pons 5 Sven is not one that's an easy kill. So you got to get these kills on wind for as long as you can get it. And speaking of kills, Natsumi getting walked on down, only level 5 here. I don't think there's going to be any creeps to give him that level 6 here too soon. Running through and you, even with the pulverize, going to get the kill. There's a lot of damage coming through from Januel, but I mean, he's only able to get 1 in return. Focus Fire is going to get used onto Abed now. They're chasing through 4 heroes using the Stampede. Do they have the tools to get him? No, he will get away. So they do end up saving 1 at least, but they did end up losing their full safe lane duo.
Yeah, rough. Actually, Abed missing the avalanche there. A bit of uncharacteristic mistake. I mean, it's not easy, of course. It's a primal so fast, but still, things are looking tough right now for Blacklist, I have to say. Like, where are they going to find their next successful move?
I mean, they danced pretty well. He danced in between the Echo Stomp from the ET, both his hero and the Astral Spirit, as you said, the Avalanche. So, I mean, really well done moving around there on the Primal Beast.
They will try for Y. He's very isolated, stuck in between 4 heroes right now, so... he is able to waste their time for quite a while, though.
It looked good, like, oh, he's gonna just die for free, but then that Stormhammer actually kind of gave him some space. They do get that kill to Natsumi, which is really good, but still a lot of space on the map.
Yeah, that's the definition of space created. You know? Getting Blacklist to chase you all the way into the hot tub is like... It definitely doesn't feel good.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah, the hot tub is, you know, the medium camp in the...
That's awesome.
Yeah. Makes sense,
I've never
right?
heard that before. Oh, it does. That's amazing. Gabby, speaking of amazing, Shiro, and then they pause on him. Okay, it's actually his team pause, so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good though, nonetheless.
No, it doesn't, because now when you unpause, you're still gonna wait for 25 seconds more. It looks like just a DC on the Troll Warlord. Nice focus fire in from Shiro. Shiro shouldn't really be allowed to get those sort of kills come later, but for now, there is no Blade Mill just yet. He's just kind of free at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected Gabby to have a bit of an earlier timing on this Blade Mill, but yeah, the lane not working out too well for them. I mean, the Hoodwink Centaur is a strong lane, but it's not like you have this crazy gap close on the Windrunner, right? Like, you can't really pressure him so much, and then you're going to be giving away pulls at some point. So, and also, obviously, the PYW getting that rotation earlier. So, yeah, Gabby, unfortunately, not having the best game here. And it doesn't look like anyone is from Blacklist, to be honest.
Nobody's had a great time.
They're going to need these blinks to start playing, and now this is a scary SF. He has got blink and a haste, minute 10. This is ridiculous timing.
No, this is exactly the reason we want to create some pressure here. trying to go top side, and Natsumi is the lone survivor up here, just trying to get some levels. He still doesn't have his level 6, so even if they manage to kind of half burst him, he's gonna have to quick skill his ulti just to live. Here comes the Requiem. It wasn't too close, but 1 raise, 2 raise, 3 raise. They get it. The triple for Echo, and they'll get the kill before the Troll Warlord can even do anything.
They're gonna try for Shiro here in the meantime, but yeah, it's not easy.
No, not at all. Windrun is just about as fast as that Stampede, and it'll last a little bit longer right now. They did bring in you, so they have help from the Primal Beast, and now Gabby's the one that takes so much damage. Toss away, Double Edge does a little bit of damage, but he's actually still alive, and even turn around for the power shot. They know where Shiro is, but they don't have the strength to do it. They will pulverize down the Centaur. Poor guy just wanted to get something going for his team. Ends up dying behind the Roshan pit, and Blacklist, they are feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, I mean they're forcing these moves because they know like they're bleeding right now. They just lost the top tower and they lost their carry. They feel like they have to make something happen, but it's just not easy. Like they don't have these cap close for the win run. I mean, without the dagger, it's hard, and just turns into them feeding once more and losing another tower.
Yeah, no, they're really going to be regretting that move for now. Losing this tier 1 tower. Still further and further away from the blink on Tiny. Is he close? Oh man, 800 gold is not close. I mean, this is damn near support timing on this blink dagger at this point.
Yeah, not to mention Gabi still doesn't have the blade mill without boots. Like they're really struggling right now. Like,
oh man,
he's not gonna have his blink until like minute 15 on Abed.
Yeah. That's gonna be a hard one to overcome, because as we get further and further into this game, especially if we get this Gleipnir on Shiro, he's not gonna be your Avatos target anymore. He will have the HP, so they've got to be careful right now. But for LGD, they've been in this situation before where they've had the advantage and they've had some rough times. It's gonna be maybe a Roshan focus at some point, or maybe just clean map moves, because right now it feels everything is free for them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways that Blacklist can turn it around, and it still just comes back to it. Has to be with a blink, right? But
yeah,
once LGD goes for the Roshan, goes for the Aegis, I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Well, since we're waiting on the blink for Tiny, is there something that LGD can do in the interim to kind of slow down this blink timing? Do you want them to maybe make a move and catch him, or are you just way too happy farming like you are right now?
I think they're still pretty happy. I mean, obviously they're gonna try to find opportunities to use the Requiem and the hookshot mainly. But aside from that, you know, they're not in a rush. I feel like they're completely comfortable moving later in this game.
Man,
So probably
this
just gonna wait for
Tiny
the floating.
fast is really funny.
Yeah, it is.
They're just tossing Tim's over onto the camp and having a good time. It used to be that whenever you saw like strength and status, just, oh my goodness, this is so good. But more and more, whenever support started picking up this, and now mid laners started picking up this facet, it's been really good for the damage and nuke on enemy teams.
Yeah, it's it was a bit of a mindfuck in the start. Like, yeah, you were always supposed to toss the targets you were focusing, right? Like in there.
Right.
Now you kind of have to change that and kind of rewire your brain a bit. But at this point,
Yeah. Smoke up. I don't think they saw that happen in the mid lane, so I don't think they're aware of the smoke at the moment. They are just going to kind of sit on their own for now, see if anybody shows up that they can murder.
Very patient from Abed, not going for this room, realizing that he doesn't have any backup, and there might be a smoke happening.
There might. Indeed, there is. Neo is setting up here in the triangle. This is just no longer safe for entry. They're going to try to send at least an Astral Spirit in and find out if anybody's around. I think it does find some, but now they're not done here. Hookshot misses. Good sidestep from Januel. Unfortunately, he's still just dead.
Yeah, it's just too easy for LGD right now. I mean, Natsumi doesn't want to fight. I'm sure Gabby doesn't want to fight. He doesn't even have his blink dagger, and it's going to take a long time before they feel like they're ready to take this. So right now, LGD is just going to do whatever they want. And, you know, they missed the hook shot here, but doesn't matter. You know, not really.
Right. You're kind of right next to him anyways. So.
Yeah, it's not like Blacklist can capitalize on it anyway.
Yeah. And it's a 7,000 net worth lead, 11-3 right now. LGD certainly feel that they've figured out what has been hurting them so much versus Blacklist, but Blacklist, they are now, yeah, they've still got some items to go for. I feel BKB is going to be pretty powerful for them. Centaur, hopefully getting the Blade Mail and like being able to stay on top of the Windrunner, also going to be really good. But these items that I'm mentioning, once LGD gets their own BKBs, it feels like they're going to be right back on top.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, once they have BKBs, what do you really have against it? You don't really have much. Like, the only way you would do it is to just get them before they were able to use it at all. But that's not an easy task.
Oh, they find this Primal Beast, but this guy is big. They have a lot of damage to start off here, even getting the break, but they didn't have enough to finish him off. And now Abed, trying to get away from this one, knows that they've just gone in way too deep. They'll lose John Yuel, they'll lose the Hoodwink. A small price to pay for, I guess, an attempt, only losing your supports, but still, they really wanted to get away with at least one kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, but they just simply don't have enough for this guy, right? He's pretty much a 2k HP Primal Beast, and that was before his BKB. Imagine what it's going to be next time.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, and you just gave him 2 support kills to help him out as well. Literally any other target that they find, they would have gotten a kill on it. However, they did find the Primal Beast instead.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, signs of light for Blacklist is at least that Natumi has this Battlefield right now, so he's going to be able to, you know, increase his farm speed by quite a bit. But he's gonna need a BKB and probably an item more before he can deal with them completely. Like, he's gonna at least need maybe the Aghanims to dispel this Warcry and
Oh no.
and the Wind Run, or maybe the MKB.
Yeah. No, he's gonna have to have so much. As you said, I mean, the shard that you end up getting from the Sven anyways, it'll make it undispellable. Now, he doesn't care. At the moment, he's like, no shard needed, even though you do have the passive armor bonus. When you're stomping the map like this, that little bit extra doesn't feel too good, and you know they're not dispelling it anyway, so he's happy to wait on the shard, even just going in for Greaves.
Yeah, you get some more armor, get some Arcanes as well for yourself. Definitely nice. I would also like the drums from him, actually.
It's not even my business.
Oh, Gabby, you going in for this one? Maybe they have it. Avalanche up, but again, you even turning around the BKB has the pulverized DD on Echo is gonna work down Abed, and they just don't have the damage. Once again, you're blinking in to try to take out this Pyro Beast, but you should have learned your lesson from bottom. You don't have it in the tank. You don't got that gas.
I mean, you're gonna need everybody to kill him, pretty much, but what happens after? Like, you might just lose everybody first, right? Natsumi doesn't want to take risks like that, and it's just a miserable spot to be in if you're Blacklist. Like, here we see it again.
Yeah, at that point, I was like, oh, cool, they're out, but they went right back in for it.
I mean, they're hitting everything on him, and yeah, they bring him down from like 2k to 500, but yeah. It's just rough. You can't even defend your wards at this point, so you kind of stuck split pushing, but you're playing a lineup that has, like, you know, these double brawler cores, and like, yeah, sure, Hoodwink can farm, but ET cannot really. Like, these heroes, they need to fight in the games, you know. Like, they don't have some crazy farm speed on the tiny centaur, and so you're kind of in this position where you feel like you have to fight, but you really can't, and it's getting trickier as well.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, this guy who can't farm forced to show on a wave because that's pretty much the only farm you can get. And you can see here, LGD take advantage of it for sure. Gotta start up this split push. You got not SF, goodness, the Troll Warlord on the bot side. You got Hoodwink pushing out mid. All you can do is hope these waves get out before this Aegis starts knocking on your tier 2 towers.
Yeah, curious who they're gonna give it to. Is it gonna be Echoes or Shiro?
Sure.
They did finish the life there before any BKB or anything, so it definitely makes sense.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, no, you just need. It sucks to say, but you need more damage on Blacklist. We've seen it before. Teams will even at like this when tier 3 neutrals come out, they'll get the dagger that, although it does amp the damage you take, you just need that extra, whatever you can get. I just don't see where this next damage item is going to come from on Blacklist.
I mean, it's gonna be Abed is getting the Echo Saber fairly soon, which is gonna be something, of course. Gabi's not getting it; he's getting Eternal Shroud, and Natsumi obviously is still waiting for his BKB, and he might be in trouble right now.
Oh, he could be. Are they gonna find him? Looks like no. Let's see the Watcher getting taken. This could be the 3-for-1. You get the Tormentor, you get a tower, and you get a Wisdom Rune. This is a bit early for the Tormentor, though. I don't know if they're gonna be able to stick around for another minute. With Aegis, maybe they can.
Yeah, we'll see. They might be interested in getting this tier 2 anyway, so there's a possibility for sure. You know, seeing as Blacklist they're not in a position to trade any towers, right?
No.
And then LGD has to know that Blacklist is not gonna fight you. Even see the Sven is playing on half HP. It doesn't really matter. Like if they come in and burst him, I don't think it's good for Blacklist. You know.
You know, even smarter here from Y. He said he wasn't going for the shard, didn't think they needed it, but they also just went in here. They get probably going to get both Tormentors. Either way, he was likely going to get his shard at 20 minutes when his team takes these. But now, oh no. Mid lane. They do have the Avalanche that actually stops the onslaught from Mew, but without the hook shot, maybe he gets away from this one. Stampede used, trying to get out of here. It did create some space, which means not only did Gabby get the Wisdom Rune, but I think that his team might be able to get this other one as well. Oh no, Y? Oh, Y will steal it away.
Yeah, Y on top of things. And as you said, now he's able to finish the mech instead of the shard because they got that enemy Tormentor, which I have to say that's the best feeling ever.
Right?
Yeah.
And this shard makes the hero right now in pause 5, so you just get it for free, able to finish out even more aura items. You're doing so much that it feels, even if the ET does get into these fights, throwing around his passive, it won't matter. The armor that you strip away is even more retained from what you get from Sven.
Yeah, and on top of that, you also have the barrier, which pretty much negates the acorn shot. You know, Troll is gonna go for this Axe, which it's not gonna be that useful. It's gonna help with the wind run, but that's it.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all that you're looking at in here. Oh, Gabby does get locked up now. Focus fire. Shiro got to be a bit careful. Doesn't want to pop the BKB, but it looks like they will have the damage. Gets Gabby, still lives, and not even thinking about giving away that Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, always scary to play the map when you're this far behind, and they're just trying to find ways to. Yeah. Anyway.
You just kept on going. I thought he was just going to onslaught for the wave, but he kept on going all the way to Tim's. He does throw that Primal Beast on top of Tim's. Thankfully, it looks like the Earthsman it could be enough to stop the Pulverize, but look at that Echo! Oh my goodness, the Requiem plus all these raises. It'll just continue the onslaught. Ovid with one more Avalanche. That's all he's able to offer because the third raise, Echoes gets another kill. He is unstoppable on the SF. And, well, Poor Blacklist, after being in charge in game number 1, they just haven't had an opening at all in this game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Neo can just do what he wants. Like, he's diving a hoodwink, not even connecting, right? Getting tossed back in for the second time, and still doesn't matter. And this is without Y and Shiro being present as well, so that kind of speaks to the status of the game.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. It's just not what you're really geared up to do right now. Every single fight has been starting on the Primal Beast, and I feel like that's exactly what you want on LGD. You're literally playing right into their strategy, and they haven't really had to adjust at all. Blacklist, I feel like you need to get some vision out, maybe a little bit of some weird wards on the low ground so you can start to jump on maybe a Clockwork or SF. I think Sven might be disastrous at this point, given how much gold he has. Oh, well, we will not get to find out.
Yeah, almost a BKB finished for Shiro as well. Echo's going for the Axe. Neo getting the Blink. There's just more and more items coming, and yeah, Abadi's gonna have his BKB soon. Natsumi has his, and surely that has to be the point where you try to turn it around as soon as Abad picks up this BKB.
Yeah, it's something, but the way these last fights have gone, it's been start on the Primal Beast, realize you ain't got it, and then you get pulverized. And BKB really doesn't change any of that, so I don't know if that's really going to be the difference for them.
I mean, none of these targets are actually easy to bring down if you think about it. Like, Clockwork has a Glimmer Force, this Sven has a mech, 2k3 almost. Yeah, everyone else, they're just gonna be able to protect each other so well. But at the same time, like, is it gonna get better if you're Blacklist? I don't think so.
No. Not at the rate that you're getting gold, surely. It's a 16,000 net worth lead. LGD have an absolute chokehold on the map right now. And, oh, this is something. They are bringing over 2 other heroes here. Blade Mill already used, so the Focus Fire kind of free at the moment. Do get, the Link. This is without Aegis, so Shiro, if he falls here, won't have another life, but they do bring back Mew. Yeah, there's no SF, but you probably don't need him. They'll at least kill Gabby. Shiro will walk away for free. And LGD, maybe with that kill, they'll take another poke at the high ground. I don't know. It seems a bit ambitious.
Yeah, Blacklist kind of setting up here, but Not really confident in the move. I mean, looked good for a second, but like,
Right?
you just need so much to bring down every single.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. The smoke up. It found somebody, but now you're locked in the cogs. He's had to use a BKB just to get out of them. And now why he'll continue. Hookshot does miss. Poor old ET is going to give his life for his cores here. He'll be the first casualty of this fight. Now they've pulverized up Abed. He's got the avalanche, sure, but that's not enough to keep you alive. He'll fall as well. They are just getting stomped all over. And LGD, they'll take it up the high ground now.
Yeah, what can you do? I mean, Natsumi is not even gonna be able to finish his Aghanim in time for this Rax defense, so they might just give it up at this point. And when you give
Yeah,
up
I don't
this
think
Rax,
there's any word where you defend us without Abed.
yeah, but that, yeah, now it's gonna be another Roshan in a minute when you have, you know, bottom wave constantly pushing. It's definitely rough. We'll see if the Axe is a turning point for Troll, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too hard for him. Somehow, again, you've got to split this map, but you can see here, like the smoke instantly gets broken. Clockwork is right on top, and we talked about how tanky he is with this Glimmer. Had a pretty full wand on him as well. He was just never going to die.
Yeah, it's just too rough. I mean, I agree with you. You have to split the map, but it's just so hard when you haven't killed a single tier 1. The area you're able to move on it's just non-existent. So.
Right? There's nowhere safe.
Now we've got a DDSF. They might just go for the base dive here.
Be careful, Tim's buddy. They find you. Be too rough. There's the Nemesis Curse. As I said, somebody's gonna pick it up. You need to get amped damage on someone. It sucks that it's the Troll Warlord because it feels he's the one that is most vulnerable to this group up from LGD. And they find, oh, Abed. Does he even know? He doesn't know yet. He doesn't get the blink off. Now the Requiem. Well, that'll kill you. That'll do
That's a way to kill a Tiny right there.
Yeah. Oh no. Still running onto the high ground now. Focus fire being used. Tim's doesn't have any more evasion. He'll just fall to the procs actually. And now jump through.
No.
Oh no. Pulverized raises. Natsumi falls. Nemesis Curse or not, you were dying there. And now they'll take a high ground fight for sure.
Oh god, I feel so bad for Natsumi. He's been farming this whole time, scraping by what he can, and this is the first time he joins. He just gets obliterated in a moment.
Oh, it's so hard. I mean, they just get continually picked off the map. Something that we wanted to see a little bit more team fight from Blacklist, right? Like this is an entirely pick-off lineup from LGD, and that's why they're able to just run after target right across the map, because they don't need to save anything for when you group up. They just need to use all their spells, kill one person, and they'll be right back up in 15 seconds.
Yep, and they're going for the Megas minutes 28 here, without going back for the Roshan.
Goodness. Stomp in, but a BKB used from Echo. They use the split air, sure, but look at this. The lockdown on Gabby, the BKB popped, and they'll just call it right away. Game number 2. Well in favor of LGD. They've finally taken a game versus Blacklist. Moves it up to 3-1, but hey, this is the group stage. It's all new for us here, and this does mean that they have split the series again.